Okay, now let's talk about two-hand tapping. And for me, one of the easiest ways to get started in two-hand tapping is by playing chords. And a lot of bass players have fiddled around with learning some chords, and so I'm going to assume that you have learned some chords. And we're going to start with a G minor chord. And I usually play the chords up in the second octave of the bass because I think they just sound better. So if I take this chord, to turn it into a two-hand tapping technique, I'll take my right hand and play the two highest notes of the chords. This allows me to bring the root note of the chord down an octave, 12 frets. Okay? So now we've spread it out and made it sound like a bass and maybe a guitar. So I can do the same thing with my C or any chord I learn. I just bring the bass note down an octave. So I'm going to take just these two chords. And I have, if I move that up a whole step, and I can move it anywhere. So just practice moving that around and try that with all your chords. Now, sticking with that for a minute, I'm going to show you another way to expand on that. Okay? If I just apply a different rhythm to that, you can... And you can just mix that up many ways as you want to do it and come up with your own techniques. And again, just practice moving it around and you'll find out how easy it is. I'm going to play a song for you now using this technique, and I'm going to show you some of the things that I've done with it, and you'll be able to do the same. It's really easy. Here we go. Have fun. Okay, what I'd like to talk about now is another style of tapping again. And basically this is a more mellow style. And it's really easy again. And I always like to think of techniques as being easy, because then you have a head start at learning them. So basically this one will be mellow, and I'm going to do this one in the key of E. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play a 1, 5, 9 out of my left hand, which is going to be the E on the 12th fret. And you have a B, and then you have an F sharp. Okay, so you get... Make sure you let each note ring so that you get a nice, beautiful chord. And then a half step up from this F sharp, I'm going to play the G sharp with my right finger. Okay, so once you learn that, take the whole pattern down to the next set of strings. Start on the A string. Okay, and once you get that easy, just play them back and forth, and it makes a nice, easy, but beautiful sounding song. Like, then you want to expand on that. Experiment with putting melodies on top. I may take another finger, and on a string I'm not using, when I'm on the 3 low strings, I'll play a melody on the top high string. Okay, so it may sound like this. And you'll see that when you're playing a melody on the high string, and then you play the chord on the high string, you have to lift the melody up. The more you practice, the more this will all make sense, and you'll see how easy it is. Again. You can move the whole progression up, and then you have a bridge section. See how easy it is?